All right, ladies and gentlemen, Melina's gonna perform all night tonight. All right. Looking forward to being your number one entertainer in this world. All right, click that subscribe button. All right. Give me 1 second. My eyelashes just fell off. All right. No, I'm not gonna wear them tonight. All right, that's it. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see. Let's see how I look without my eyelashes on. All right. I don't think I put enough eyeliner on. All right. Okay, guys, so tonight's episode will be featuring my cooking show. All right, so I'm going to do a cooking show with wonton chips and pork. All right, so it's very, very, very delicious. All right, the cooking show will be fun because I've never done a cooking show. I obviously like to diet and exercise a lot, so cooking shows are not typically what I wanted to do, but I got a suggestion from someone, so I wanted to do the cooking show. I know all you guys out there like my show, you think it's grand, you think it's great, but it is nice to do different things and try different things. I don't have an actual apron, but I did decide to use something that can act like an apron. So I'm going to have all the accessories tonight. You guys will love it very much. I stayed thin. Um, I made sure I was dieting and exercising well so that I would be thin for tonight. Um, it does take a lot of work. Sorry, guys. It does take a lot of work, but it's worth it for you guys, right? I believe in being a true entertainer, right? Being a true entertainer means you have to be looking the part, you have to be in the right mood all the time, right? You have to be thin enough and fit enough if you're a sexy entertainer. Obviously, if you're not a sexy entertainer, you wouldn't have to worry about that. But I really believe it's important that you do those things for your fans because your fans are expecting a good show. And if you don't get a good show, well, that's no good, right? Like my fans need a good show from Melina, right? Melina's got to give the best show in the world. So if she's not giving the best show in the world, what's the point, right? Um, so Melina has a strong conviction and believes strongly in looking the part of a starlet at all times when she's performing. Now there are times where I'm bigger. I'm not that big tonight. I'm pretty good tonight, but sometimes I am bigger. But it's because I haven't. Well, whatever. There's no excuses for it, right? No excuses. But I still look the part of a starlet, but of course, I make sure. Like tonight, I made sure I was thin. I made sure I was thin, so you guys would get a good show tonight. I really diet and exercise a lot. Now, I'm almost always thin. Like I think the last 2 years, I performed for you guys. I pretty much looking the part of a starlet, a crazy looking, beautiful starlet. All right, crazy, not crazy looking, but beautiful. All right, so I'm always looking really, really good. So when you guys see me, and if I'm not looking really, really good, you're like, what the heck? But yes, so I'm very, very good at that. Now it's important though, right? Because you want your fans to think you really put an effort. You want your fans to think, yes, this person really earned their way to being a starlet. So you want your fans to think, yes, this person um, really did go the extra mile. Now, if I see a starlet or a star that's gained weight, well, some of it's because they've had babies or whatever. So it's okay, like Jessica Simpson had babies. And the funny thing is, Jessica Simpson was talking about fat shaming, and I'm like, we've all known Jessica Simpson to be very thin, so for her to go through that when she gained the weight was obviously difficult. And I mean, it makes sense. I mean, no, it shouldn't happen, obviously, but I mean, Jessica Simpson was known for being really beautiful and thin. So to be told she's overweight and to be told all that stuff, like, it's really harsh, the criticisms people get. But yeah, so I mean, she was so thin and gorgeous that everybody wanted to be like her, and then when she's not, everyone's like, well, why aren't you like that? And so, obviously, it's difficult for sure Um, for her to have gone through that. Now, I mean, for me, I just really focus on staying thin and exercising, dieting. Now, I won't have babies, so I mean, there is hardly any chance that I'll gain too much weight ever. Um, Plus, my dad was so solid in that. He stayed thin all his life and stayed very fit. So for him, it wasn't something that he had to struggle with really. He was always working construction and being a performer. So for him, it wasn't like a big deal really. Um, but sometimes you have to really work extra hard because you're not fitting the bill. And so of course, I make sure that I fit the bill all the time. And I have people that are my fans that would tell me otherwise. I'm too big. They're gonna say, you're too big. You gotta change, all right? So and I don't take that negatively, right? My job here is to entertain you guys, and I'm an attractive entertainer. So, in order to entertain you guys and be the attractive entertainer you're always seeing, I believe that it's okay to say you're too big. What's wrong with you? Why don't you gain? Why don't you lose some weight? Now, of course, if there was something major or if I always was big, I wouldn't really like that. But I don't think that's ever going to happen. So if somebody's trying to say, you've gained too much weight, why are you performing tonight? Not why you're performing tonight, because I would perform as a big person. I mean, for me, I love performing, so I would perform as a big person. But as a sexy entertainer, I think it's my duty to perform as a thin star. Now, a starlet. Now I think if you are someone that is bigger, you should not feel ashamed. You should not feel less attractive. You should not feel bad about yourself because at the end of the day, we all like food. Food is very tasty, and different dieting exercises doesn't work for everyone. So some people are overweight. You should really feel beautiful in your skin, and you should not feel bad. Now, the reason why I say it's my duty as an entertainer, well, I'm an attractive entertainer. I'm very thin. I'm very gorgeous. So for me to be overweight on performing, well, it's possible, and if it does happen, I would accept it. But I mean, it's my duty as an entertainer because I am a very sexy entertainer. So it is my duty to stay thin. Now there was some videos of Marco that I haven't posted yet that I'm going to post, and I'm very big in them. Um, and so I will post them because I'm not the kind of person that thinks negatively about any viewpoints or anything on my channel. Now the thing is, I'm sure people that might relate to that, maybe they're gained weight or whatever, or they're bigger, they might like those videos. So I'm not going to shortchange my fans and think no one's going to like these videos. Of course not. I was bigger and it was crazy big. My stomach was huge. But it wasn't that bad. But I mean, it was big enough that you noticed. And the crazy thing is, it was like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago or a month ago. So I mean, there are times when, and the thing is, my body changes quite a bit. Like I do go through major size differences in short periods of time because what happens is after I perform, I eat a lot. Like I do eat a lot, and then when I'm just about to perform again, I don't eat. So sometimes I perform when I have eaten a lot, and I think, oh, I'm not that big, and then I am. So it shows up quite quickly on me. I have to not eat for a long time for me to be thin, and I have to exercise too. So for me, and I do eat I do eat a lot, right? In between the times I do eat a lot, so it does show up on me very easily for some odd reason. Someone else may not be showing that, but as soon as I eat, even just like a hamburger that's like 1,000 calories and like some pasta or something, I'm huge, right? Like I'm huge. But for me, I don't think anybody should worry about how big they are, ever. I don't think you should ever feel that you are too big or anything. But for me, I am a lot bigger once I've eaten even just two meals that are slightly big, or let's say I have like a Chinese dish. I'm huge. Like I'm for me. I don't think you should feel bad at all about being your certain weight, and I don't feel bad about it. I purposely ate the food, so I know that I'm going to be that big. So, I know that I know I'm going to lose the weight the next time I perform because I always do. But, that's just how it rolls, right? So, I mean, if you are someone that likes to eat a lot and enjoys it, you should feel good about it because food tastes good and you should not feel less attractive. And there are some plus size models that are gorgeous, and people that are overweight don't necessarily date people that are overweight. They don't necessarily date less attractive people. They date, some of them date gorgeous, like even more gorgeous than me. So, which I'm pretty gorgeous. I'm probably one of the best you could find. But some people do really date people that are gorgeous and they're overweight. So don't let yourself feel down. Um, if you are overweight, please do not be hard on yourself, all right? I know people that are overweight. I totally support them because you know what? At the end of the day, we're all human, and we all need to feel love. We all need to feel great. And some of these people that are overweight do feel great. They're like living it up. They're living the single life or the married life, and they're enjoying. So don't let being overweight ever stop you from feeling good about yourself. Feeling good about yourself is not a weight thing. It's more of a feeling about yourself, but more of a how you feel about yourself in general than it is about weight. Um, so yes, and remember, if you want to lose weight, there's always an opportunity for that. So, and I give away dieting and exercising tips for free, so you can actually figure out how to lose weight. All right, guys. So my performing tonight has just begun. Totally enjoyed. So the cooking show will be out tonight. I will be doing a cooking episode tonight. It'll be fun. It'll be really nice. I made wonton chips with pork filling that's supposed to go in the wontons, but I made the chips instead. So totally enjoy. Thank you. All right. Bye, everyone. Bye.